Hi there, Robert here from MrPrime.com. So I wanted to talk about something that is quite overlooked on Amazon a lot of the time, and that is click-through rate of your listing and main image. I wanted to give you a few examples. So I haven't rehearsed anything. I'm just going to do a standard search here and see what comes up. So if we go for something like, let's go for something popular like, let me see, garlic press. Okay, it's all been done before. Now, basically, what you'll see here are the main images, and a lot of those are becoming, advertising nowadays. So a lot of it is controlled by ads. Obviously, Amazon's there to make money, so the top one, before you even get anywhere, you're seeing ads. But what you're going to notice in niches are that they tend to be dominated with good quality main images. This one, for example, the bestseller, showing some garlic. This one, they're all high quality, decent main images. And as you can see, they stand out quite well and they do pretty well. Now the difference is if you go to, let me just go have a look at page 4, for example, and if we go a bit lower down, then you get some that are probably not quite as good. Things like this, this is can only sometimes this is the difference between products that are superbly good in Amazon and ones that aren't. It's purely the main image. I actually used to sell one of these products many years ago, so I know a little bit about garlic presses. But first thing is click-through ratio. And as I say, the first thing you'll note of the better sellers is they will likely always have better main images, more prominent and higher quality, as you can see with these ones. So if you go then into the listing here, they're always going to be zoomable. So that's a big factor on Amazon. So they'll be set up at the correct resolutions. They'll be zoomable. You can see them exactly in use, and they're always going to have, most of the time in good quality, high quality branded thumbnails and a video. Now that's the sort of gold standard. Um, Easy to define bullet points that stand out. Text stands out for the skimmers here, for the headlines, and then you can read into here more with more keywords in there. Highly optimized keyword title. And then if you go down here, you'll see they should have a brand story module. So from the brand here, and this is the backstory here. And again, you could then link to other products in the store. And below that, they should have A plus, which will be premium A plus, I'm sure. And again, it just goes into the ease of use, selling it graphically, longevity, etc., different colors, and then it shows more items there. So it's a greatly, superbly put together listing. If I then go to one, let me just go to one a lot further down. Just go to like show you the difference, and maybe one that's not so well optimized. So I'm just going to go, just keep scrolling and see if I can pick one that I don't think will be that well optimized. Like this one, for example, main image there looks pretty naff, to be honest with you. Two reviews, poorly optimized title. The main images are these, which basically do nothing selling the product. It looks very poor. Thumbnails, I mean, so bullet points, again, just don't really tell me much. Nothing suggesting premium. I go down here, and instead of A plus and brand story, there is just this basically. And again, you compare it to something like this, which I can tell is going to be good immediately. It sort of says quality to me. It's got the images here. It's the light and day basically. You cannot succeed unless you take the fundamentals seriously and you go for, the main image. I mean, that's poor. That cannot do well on Amazon. It could be the best garlic press in the world, but it won't do well. It probably won't get good reviews because people will see these reviews and they'll buy it and they'll expect it to be bad. It's just not got anything going for it. So main image is really important. If you look at some of the bigger industries, if you want to see what main images work, you'll be very hard pushed to find. Let me go for okay. You'll be very hard pushed to find a main image that's poor, when you're looking through a lot of these. So, and they tend to be the better the main image, the higher the click-through rate from the listing, and basically the better the product's going to start off with. It gives it that's the first point is the main image. Does it appeal? And then sometimes what I used to do is reduce it down, the screen down to like sort of something like that. And I used to just scan with my eyes like this and see which one jumps out at me. I don't know which one jumps out at you here, but I would say this one for me, maybe it's because it's got the best sellotape, but it's green. It looks like well put together. And just see what jumps out and then get your ideas from that, really. And again, funny enough, I used to sell this sort of product as well, and we were one of the first to put the the swirly stuff through the top of the mask as well. But again, the main images are going to tend to be pretty high quality. And again, if we go down to like a lower page, like let's go to page 7 or something, or actually go to page. In fact, where this is quite competitive, it might be that most of these main images are actually half decent, but you will find some that are not, and that tends to be, where they just can't compete. So main image is super important. You've got to catch the eye, and to do that, basically, what you want to do is differentiate first of all. There is a school of thought that says have the product the same as the other one so it doesn't sort of shock people, but I personally disagree with that. I think differentiate, stand out, put packaging images in your listing if they look quality, have them professionally shot. Don't just take one with your phone, put it up there, have it professionally shot with the lighting, have the blur effect such as that, and so the shadow effect. Put the packaging in there if you can. Put something in there like the garlic from you saw from the other ones, and make them stand out. That for example is a nice, to me a nice high quality looking main image. Even that one they're nice and clean. So just put the effort into the main image and test it. You can test it with experiments on Amazon. You can test it with to see your click through rate based on the main image. And what that would do is it will take one version of main image that you put in against another one, and it will test those to show you which one performs better, and just keep changing it and seeing which one performs best. Because main image is the thing that takes someone from the shop window into your into your listing, and after that, you know, obviously you have the captive audience then to an extent. So focus highly on the main image. Don't overlook it. Make it the best main image out there. Lastly, you can also use sites like um, PickFU, where people will you can give them like 3 main image options and they'll tell you which one they like, and it costs like 50p a view, I think. And people will say, actually, yeah, I like this main image out of your ones, and they can vote, and then you can actually see which ones are best. Or you can obviously ask friends, family, etc. But you really don't overlook the main image, because it's that if it doesn't grab you, you're not going to get the people from the search, and that's the first part of the battle. Basically, is getting them from that search, and after that, you're looking at the fundamentals. Hope that helps. And yeah, I'll be on to the next stuff shortly.